first words on this very special day is, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! You know, I'm surrounded by family and friends and supporters, and this gives me a great and very unique opportunity to wish all of you, whether you're at Camp Liberty or my very best wishes on this very special day. And may the days and months and years ahead, in spite of all the adversity that you've been confronted with, be filled with the kind of happiness and security that you find in the love and affection and relationship you have with one another. But also on this particular day, and we're celebrating a day, but I think it's also particularly from those of us in the States and around the world as committed to your cause as we are, is to recognize and celebrate you. You as individuals, you as a collective group of men and women who have sacrificed around their sense of mission to restore the kind of country and the culture, a free and diverse and democratic Iran. And in the midst of your mission to secure that objective, in the midst of murderous circumstances, great physical deprivation, mental and psychological challenges, you have been relentless. You have been insatiable. You've never turned back. And you've always striven to provide all of us the kind of inspirational model from which we draw. In comparison to your commitment to the cause, ours is probably at the margin. We'll continue to do all we can, but we are grateful for what you've done. And I can't tell you how pleased I am to be able to celebrate this special day with you. If you think about this for a moment, I've thought about it quite often. The role that you have played in energizing that broader diaspora of those around the globe who are committed to your cause. The role that you have played to generate the kind of collective commitment to you from political leaders of both political parties in this country, academic leaders, clergy, nonprofits, and the list goes on and on and on. You've done that. Oh, your agents here in the United States have been able to contact us and get us on your team. But at the end of the day, the reason we want to be involved with them is because they're committed to you. And so we're committed to you as well. We recommit ourselves to you on this very special day. But there's also no give up in us, because there's never been any give up in you. And one of these days, perhaps together we can celebrate your security and your safety and your liberty in the streets of your beloved country. God bless you. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here today. Happy Nowruz to everybody, and it's a wonderful celebration, and glad the office is able to have an open house for everybody today. We're obviously at a very critical time for the future of the regime and for the people of Iran, and it's a difficult time, but we've all been through similar difficult times. It's very important for everybody to keep their spirits up, because eventually this regime will disappear, and that will be a happy new year when that happens. I hope everybody in Iran knows how many friends they have in the United States who are friends of the people of Iran, not friends of the regime. And we support you, and we think of you, and we wish you all the best in the coming year. Thank you very much.
I would like to first wish you all a happy New Year, happy Nowruz. It's a very important occasion to celebrate and to look to the future and to look to a better future. And I think clearly a better future will occur in Iran with the determination and the sacrifices that have been made by the resistance, propelling that positive change to a democratic and secular Iran, a day that we all very much look forward to. I am someone who follows very closely the negotiations on the nuclear arrangements, and try to write and speak about that very often. I think that we have an enormous amount of work to do to overcome some of the damage that has been done and that will be done, I think, in the near future. But I do believe that it's going to be a bright future because, you know, history tells us that the right will prevail. And I think that the resistance and the people at Camp Liberty who have sacrificed so much and continue to sacrifice so much for the future will, in the future, win. So I am honored to be able to be part of, or at least, you know, help as I can in your tasks and in your goals. And I'm honored to be here today and be asked to say a few words. So again, Happy New Year and the very best. And let's continue to fight together. Thank you.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here, and I don't want to interrupt, you know, the Nowruz celebration, and other than to say to everyone, both here and you know, particularly at Camp Liberty, Happy Nowruz. It's vitally important, you know, for Iran to evolve. I don't know personally that is going to be soon. We'd love to see meaningful change happen in Iran soon. But what can give us confidence is that meaningful change in Iran is inevitable. And we are all dedicated to see Iran evolve. We all, on this day, you know, as we celebrate Nowruz, can have that as our New Year's wish. But thank you very, very much for inviting me here.
Thank you very much. And I'm addressing this directly to Madam Zora, Madam Parsai, Mr. Davari, Hari, and all of the other members of the resistance at Camp Liberty. And have a happy Nowruz. And again, I mean what I say. Next year, all of us will meet in Tehran for Nowruz. Thank you.
Thank you, and Happy New Year. I have not had the pleasure of visiting the camps, but I've been aware of the situation there for a number of years. And I think, as I mentioned once in one of our conferences in Paris, to the residents, you are my heroes. Just the sacrifices you have made, and as General Phillips has pointed out, you know, your love of life and your positive outlook are encouraging not just to your compatriots here in the United States, but around the world. And having worked against the adversaries that are currently occupying positions of authority in Tehran, I know what evils you're facing. I know how difficult it is. My heart goes out to you. My prayers will always be with you. And I think one of the issues that will forever remain vivid in my mind has been the resilience that you've shown. So for that and for all your sacrifices, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And as General Phillips pointed out, next year we'll be celebrating in Tehran. Thank you.
Well, Happy Nowruz. I just want to say that I've been involved with the resistance since the 80s. And you would think that with the things in Camp Liberty and all this, that things were not looking great. Except I have to say, my experience with you guys, that the movement has grown, not diminished, despite many, many martyrs that have passed away. And what I've noticed also is that it's gotten younger. And it keeps growing and younger and more diversified. That is a great, great sign. It's not, we always have that thing this year in Tehran. It's not going to happen this year. But it's getting close. And you will be very surprised in the next year some of the events which will trigger the movement going forward and being successful. And so I'm very grateful to share this day with you, and hopefully it will start a new spring with sun in the sky. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Nowruz Mubarak. Ma Hameh Esrafi Hasti. Ma Hameh Esrafi Hasti. Ma Hameh Esrafi Hasti. Moment. Ma Hameh Dar Liberty Hasti. Liberty Hasti. Ma Hameh Dar Liberty Hasti. Okay. I want to echo what Ambassador Bolton said, that this is a time for celebration, and this is a time to see the people at liberty dancing and singing. Is an inspiration for us all here. We owe it to them to keep our skin in the game. That is to say, we can get as bloodied as they by giving our support to the resistance. So I want to thank you, and I will continue to create the knowledge that will help sustain regime change from within. Thank you very much.
Some of you will remember that Bob Torricelli and I, in January of 2013, attempted to visit the people of Camp Liberty. The Iraqis couldn't stand even that measure of openness and wouldn't let us complete the visit, but certainly the 7 representatives with whom we met communicated to us the thoughts and the greetings of all of you at Camp Liberty, and we, of course, reciprocated. And so this is a wonderful opportunity to wish all of you a Happy New Year. I must say, having actually seen Camp Liberty myself, albeit from the outside, and now watching the video that we've just been seeing of the musical performances and the cultural events, it is absolutely astonishing that the people of Camp Liberty have been able, through their own initiative, through their own eagerness to make the best of what is really a bad situation, they have shown the same kind of tenacity and the same kind of courage and the same kind of optimism that characterized all those years at Camp Ashraf. Your spirits haven't been broken, and that is in itself a fabulous accomplishment. Thank you.